Hello, in this video I shall be discussing 5 topics. The first topic is Lunar Year of China. So China has got a new year that is called Lunar New Year. This is a very famous event and a celebration which would invite so many global tourists to China. So that happened recently, we shall see about that. This is a season that wherein the winter ends and the spring season begins. So this is the time where this Lunar Year of China is celebrated, the end of the winter and the beginning of the spring season. So this is also called Lunar New Year, and also a festival is celebrated during which there will be so many tourists gathering in China, that is Spring Festival. So Lunar New Year of China is also called Spring Festival celebration. So this is according to lunisolar calendar of China. So China follows a traditional calendar. Its own traditional calendar is called lunisolar calendar. So according to lunisolar calendar, Lunar New Year of China falls on 12th February 2021. So this year it celebrated it amidst COVID-19 lockdown and all. So the celebrations were a bit low, and the tourists invitations or the tourists coming over to China is also low. So this is how it made news. On 12th February 2021, there is this Spring Festival or Lunar New Year of China celebrated this year. The next topic is earthquakes magnitudes. So we must also know about the magnitudes of earthquakes and what are various magnitudes called as while we have any news about earthquakes. So this is in view of the recent news in Tajikistan, where there were tremors felt of earthquakes. So that recorded 6.3 magnitude, and those tremors are even felt in Delhi and northern India also. So that is why it is related to us. So when it is told that it is about 6.3 of magnitude, we must know what kind of tremors they are. So 6.3 falls under strong kind of magnitude. So that is, we call it as a strong earthquake. So we shall see about the various kinds of or classification of earthquakes based on the magnitude they record. So these magnitudes are recorded in units called Richter units. So the units are called Richter units, and the scale is called seismograph. The scale on which they are recorded are called seismographs, and the instrument is called seismogram, and seismographs are the scales, and the units are Richter scale units. So that is how these earthquake magnitudes are measured. So we shall see about the classification. So an earthquake is called a great earthquake when there is the unit of 8 and more than 8 Richter scale units. So that is called a great earthquake, and it's a major earthquake when it is between 7 to 7.9 magnitude, and it is a strong earthquake when it is 6 to 6.9 magnitude measured in seismographs, and it is a moderate one when it is 5 to 5.9, and a light earthquake, it's called a light earthquake when it is from 4 to 4.9 magnitude, and it is a very minor earthquake, and this minor word is given to those earthquakes which are just 3 to 3.9 magnitude, having this magnitude. So this is the six types of earthquakes classified on base of the magnitudes they produce. This is nothing but the amplitude of the waves they produce, the seismic waves that earthquake produce. So this is something about earthquakes magnitude. And the next topic is Mushaira. So Mushaira is a poetic symposium. It is an event held in New Delhi recently. So in this symposium, all the poets gathered and they celebrated this event. We shall see about that. So this is held by the Ministry of Minority Affairs. The particular nodal ministry that held Mushaira for poets is Minority Affairs Ministry. This is under a big program called Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat program. So this program conducts several sub-programs like Mushaira and all. So under Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat, Mushaira program or this event falls. It is held in New Delhi, wherein all the poets in India gathered over there and they presented their couplet. So couplet is nothing but they are verses with the same rhyming and length. So that is what poets write. So those poems, we call them poems. So they will have same rhyming, same rhythm, and the verses will have the same length. So these sentences or these verses will make up a couplet. So these poets will present their couplets, their work, poetic work we can say in simple words, and they will recite their work. So they will read it out in the manner they have to be read out. So this reciting work will be like a celebration amongst all the poets, and they will enjoy this event of Mushaira, and they will also invite criticism. So there will be critics for these poets and their poetic work also. So criticism is also going to happen there, and finally they'll be appreciated for their presentation, for taking the criticism and all. So this is about something about looking after the poets in India. Mushaira event under Ministry of Minority Affairs under a bigger program called Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat program. The next topic is COVID Warrior Memorial. So this COVID Warrior Memorial, as the name itself says, this is a memorial being constructed for COVID warriors, these workers or frontline workers who ended their lives in service to these COVID patients. So that is COVID Warrior Memorial. So Odisha government has recently come up with this proposal of building COVID Warrior Memorial in Bhubaneswar, the capital of Orissa. In Bhubaneswar, a park is selected for this purpose. The name of the park is Biju Patnaik Park. So Biju Patnaik Park in Orissa is going to have COVID Warrior Memorial, and this is a take-up of Orissa government. This is to appreciate the COVID warriors' selfless service during COVID-19 time, and many sacrificed their lives in this service. So while dealing with COVID-19 patients, they accidentally came into contact with the disease or the virus, and they sacrificed their lives in that manner, all the doctors or frontline workers. So to appreciate their work, this memorial is going to be coming up in Orissa. So the date that is the date that is selected for putting up this memorial or inaugurating this memorial is 15th August 2021, that is the Independence Day. Our Independence Day is selected for this particular purpose of inauguration of COVID Warrior Memorial by Orissa government. The last topic for today is Vembanad Lake. So Vembanad Lake recently entered into news due to an issue over there. So we shall see about that lake. This is the longest lake in our country. So the longest lake in India is Vembanad Lake. So this is the largest and longest lake in the whole of Kerala. So this is present in the state of Kerala. It is not just the longest one in India, but the largest one in Kerala. And this is also the second largest Ramsar site in India. We know that Ramsar site is given, it is a recognition given to wetlands all over the world. And in India, the first largest Ramsar site is in Sundarbans in West Bengal. So Sundarbans in West Bengal make up the first largest Ramsar site in India. And the second largest Ramsar site in India is Vembanad Lake. So this is around 2033 square kilometers, and so large lake it is. It is a very big large lake. And the issue that happened over there is Nediya Turuttu island issue. So in that island, so this Vembanad Lake has got an island in midst of it, that is Nediya Turuttu Island. So there are some illegal constructions taken up by one private limited company. So because of that company, the illegal constructions were made without any permission. So they are now going to be demolished by the government, because this is such a very important lake that it is the longest one, and it's also a Ramsar site which has to be conserved under the conservation of wetlands project. So for that reason, these illegal constructions are going to be demolished. So the island that is with these illegal constructions is Nediya Turuttu Island of Vembanad Lake. So these are all the 5 topics for today, and thank you.